Again, Year 5, I hope you've had another lovely weekend. This is your literally learning for the start of the week, so it's Monday. You did your planning last week. I'm hoping that you took a picture of it, so you've got it on your phone or your laptop or whatever you've got at home, iPads maybe, just so you've got your ideas in front of you. We're going to start off, we're going to keep focusing on formal and informal language. So, your first task is to make these sentences here, here, and here more formal. So you're going to change them from sounding chatty, maybe something you might say to your mum or dad, or maybe your friends, or just somebody that you know really well, and making them into more posh sounding, more professional sounding almost sentences. So I'll show you how to do the first one very quickly. The first one says, I'll just pop to the shop for them biscuits you like. So it sounds very chatty, doesn't it? So I might put something like, I remember to use my inverted commas for speech. I am just driving to the shop. Not sure what's going on here. Driving to the shop to collect the supplies, we could call it. That's a more posh way in a way. You require. So I've tried to up-level the language. I've tried to make the language sound more posh. Obviously, it's up to you to get on with these very, very quickly in your books next to where you're going to write. I can't wait to see what you come up with on Friday. So pause the video here, get on with that. I'm going to move on to the next slide so you can start with your writing very quickly, just like we did last time. Right, off you go. Right, here is your next Spag test, I suppose we could call it, or not Spag test, but Spag mini test. All about the formal and informal questions. So I want you to go through, tell me whether these are formal or informal. I'm going to go through the answers in just a sec. If you just have a go at this, you can write in your book by all means, just so I can check your understanding. That would be really helpful to me and Miss Biggs. So pause the video here and have a go at them. Right, here we are. So it says, are these sentences formal or informal? School is generally regarded as an excellent place in which to learn new facts. So that is formal, isn't it? It's very posh. Talks very nice, doesn't it? The kids in class 6 were mega chuffed about their trip. That's informal because it sounds very posh. If we use that there, it's very posh, isn't it? So we're thinking about how you say those things. You'd say this sentence in almost a posh voice and this one in a very chatty one. Assuming the report is satisfactory, work on the new classroom will commence tomorrow, and that one is formal. Right, rewrite the sentence to make sure they are more formal. I'm not going to go through that just yet. I'm expecting to see that in your books when you hand them in on Friday. I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with. I've got absolutely no doubt you'll be able to do it brilliantly. And like I say, I want to see them Friday, so make sure they're wrote in your book so I can read them very quickly. I'll give you a couple of seconds just to pause the video and then you can get on with it. Right, I'll just move on very quickly. So, your next one says, rewrite these sentences so they are more informal. So, these are formal sentences that you can change into chatty languages. I'd write the names of the question at the top of this one just so I know which one's which when I come to read your books on Friday and I come to mark them for you. So, like I said last time, pause the video, take a couple of minutes to get onto it, and then we'll start with what we're doing today. So, off you go. Just make that a bit bigger as well so you can see it. Right, so that is your last one. So you're just going to list 3 types of writing that might require a formal style, so using formal language. Just change that from yellow. So if I was thinking of something that might require me sounding really professional, posh, without making myself sound really, really intelligent and like I know what I'm talking about, I might write something like we used a persuasive letter, didn't we? We've done that before. Or I might just do what we're doing now, a non-chronological report. Again, the one that we're doing now. So if I use an informal style, I might think back to when we did the Voices in the Park diary, and I might write something like that, just that I'm going to be chatting to, or maybe a letter to a friend. But again, I'm expecting to see these in your books. Just make a quick bullet point list of them, or an ABC list like this shows, and quickly get on. Pause the video here, get on with it, and like I say, I look forward to marking them on Friday. Right, we've seen this page a couple of times, I know. We're going to have a think about what we're writing, what's the purpose of the genre of writing, why we're writing it. So, you should know this by now, but I'm just going to really hammer home what we're doing. So, we are writing a non-chronological report, a magazine, aren't we, about the solar system. We're writing to inform, to give information. And we're writing it to show all the classes and hopefully put it on the blog, aren't we? So, in school, we'd have something like this, right, in our instruction. We're going to write this by itself on its own, just so we make sure we've got it. So, I'm just going to remind you now, you need the 5 W's for your introduction to make it really good, to make it a Year 5 level, high-level introduction. You need your who, what, where, when, and why. That's 5 really important things that you're going to need. So, this is my example. I'm hoping you've taken a picture of your plan, just so you can go through it. Talk about it. It's really important to keep all the stuff like that, which you should have checked for on the blog. So, have you ever wondered about our place in the universe? The planet Earth sits in the solar system, within the galaxy, not sure what's gone on there, called the Milky Way, orbiting the Sun, completing a full orbit every 365 days. It also spins on an axis, completing a full turn, which we call a day, every 24 hours. So just there, which I'll underline in red, I'm thinking about parenthesis, which we've just studied, and I'm just up-leveling my work, making sure it's always Year 5 quality by putting in good detail like that, putting in good language and grammar features. So, in this magazine, I will inform you on our place in the universe. I will discuss the planet Earth and interesting things about it, such as deserts and why life is on Earth and nowhere else in our solar system. I will tell you about our travel into space and why the things we have learned, and the things we have learned from travel into space. If you have ever wondered about the planet Neptune, then this is the right magazine for you. I have lots of facts about the blue planet and what it would be like if you were to go there. So read on and find out a plethora of different facts about the amazing solar system we live in. I'm just going to go back because I've wrote that and I've noticed I've made a couple of mistakes there. So I'm going to get my blue pen, which you should be able to see like that. It's a bit darker than the background. So here I've said such as deserts, why life is on Earth and nowhere else. I've forgot to use punctuation, so I'm going to signal there that I'm using a comma. I'm going to improve it, which is something that you should know to do. Now, I know my class are good at it, and from talking to Miss Big last week, I know that her class are very good at blue penning. It's really, really good for you to go. It's a really good habit to get into and use. Make sure that you're always blue penning. Make sure that your work is always being improved so it can always be the best it can be, which is a really good thing to do. So, that's what a good example should look like. I look forward to reading yours. I know the last bit of writing and publishing you did was really, really good. I've had a look at that, obviously marked it, which you've seen. It's been fantastic. I really, really hope that you guys can continue to do that and push on your work so that it continues to be a really, really high level. And it's pushing on now to being ready to be Year 6 level. If you do have any questions about this lesson or just questions in general about this piece of writing that we're doing, please get in touch using the Year 5 email address. So, take care and goodbye.